Welcome to the Monday morning message. We had a great Mother's Day yesterday. We honored mothers. We talked about Rachel. Rachel was Joseph's mother. We talked about the fact that Joseph, when he was 17, his mother had died. And as we are beginning to get in deeper into Joseph's life, we look back and we said his mother must have had a profound impact on his life for him to be the person he became. And we talked about the influence mothers have, fathers have, parents have on their kids, and they follow who we are. And we talked about that people will become what we are. They'll act out what we do, what we say, how we act, our attitude, and so on and so forth. So the challenge for this morning, the thought I want to add to this is, how are you influencing those around you? What do they see in your attitude, in your outlook? We live in a world that is negative, and people watch television, the news, and it's always negative. And when you start talking to people, what do? They start talking about, how bad this is, or how bad that is, or what happened to them. So the challenge this week, let's turn that around. Let's talk about the good things. Let's talk about the positive things. Let's show other people that God is real in our lives. In spite of problems, obstacles, difficulties we face, that God is alive, God is real, God is working in our lives. A couple of verses, Psalm 37, verses 3 and 4. Trust in the Lord and do good. Notice what he says. Do good. Doesn't matter if everybody else is doing good. Do good. Dwell in the land and feed on his what? Faithfulness. You know what? Other people aren't faithful, and the world isn't faithful, and people all around us are unfaithful at times, but God is always faithful. Then he says, verse 4, delight yourself also in the Lord, and he shall give you the desires of your heart. See, we can delight every day. You ever had a great meal? You go to a fancy restaurant. Maybe you did Mother's Day. Maybe you brought your mother out to a fancy meal. And I intended to make a fancy meal for my wife, and I did it, but it really didn't come out like I planned. I'll have to make it up to her. But maybe you had a fancy meal, and you sat there and you just delighted, and you were happy. You said, man, this is so awesome, and this is so good. You know what? That's how we can be every day with God. We can show people, the people will be looking around and say, man, what's wrong with you, buddy? Why are you so happy? Why are you so positive? Well, I'll tell you why. Because I'm delighting myself in God. I'm delighting myself in the Lord, in his faithfulness, and his goodness, and his mercy, and his strength, and his power. And you know what? I am not letting this world get me down. I am going to be an influence for something good. Listen, just like Rachel influenced Joseph's life, you and I every day are influencing people for good or for bad. Let's influence people for good and show them through our character, through our countenance, through our happiness, that God is real. There's people hurting all around us. There's people that are going through difficult times. Sometimes a smile, sometimes a positive word could change their day. Have a great day. Have a great week. See you next Sunday or Wednesday at Faith Baptist Church, 182 Broadbrook Road, Enfield, Connecticut. God bless.